In this video, see what it takes to install a large format 24-inch by 24-inch tile on a diagonal, the entire kitchen floor. I give you some important tips and tricks on how to do this.
Needed some leveling. I could do some spot leveling, and that okay, so I'm using a 12 by 24 inch tile on a diagonal on this kitchen floor. This is the kitchen floor. I leveled it out as I showed you, and so I got this. This is the tile that I'm using here. It's kind of dark in here, but you can still see it. It's a 24 by 24 inch porcelain tile. So that is going on a diagonal in this kitchen floor here. And this was a low spot here, and that was, you know, dipping down over there. So I got that all pretty much within tolerance now. So it's as flat as I can get it. This area here was actually all pretty good, and I mapped it out with my 10-foot straight edge. So what I did was I put my 10-foot straight edge all along different areas to see where the low spots were, and I marked that area out, this area out, and that area as being, it was like a little valley over there. There was a little valley over here, and there was a dip going down over there. Now if I put my straight edge across there, now there's only like a 1/16 of an inch difference between the areas, which is within tolerance. So now I'm going to install my uncoupling membrane. First I'm gonna sweep and vacuum this area. And then I'm going to install my uncoupling membrane. I'm not going to include the installation of the membrane. Because this floor wasn't too bad, there was only a few different areas that needed some leveling. I could do some spot leveling. So I'm going to install my membrane, and then we're going to start installing the tile. And the tile is a 24-inch by 24-inch tile, and it's going to be set on a diagonal. So now I got to figure out what my pieces are so that I don't get any tiny little corners anywhere, especially up the hallway where this is kind of a focal area. Maybe this one not as much, but I want to try and get good pieces in there as well, and I don't want any tiny slivers at the transitions. And so anyway, so I'm gonna try and get a very good layout for this so that I have nice pieces, and in the kitchen area here as well, so that, you know, I get a good piece. Now I'm guessing there's going to be some compromise somewhere. I don't know if that's going to happen, but the way I'm going to start is by getting a reference line all the way from there to here, and get a square line from here to here, and I'm going to do that with my laser square. This here, and gonna see what we come up with. So first thing I'm gonna do is clear up all this, get all this stuff out of the way. I don't really have too many places to put it, but I'm gonna get all this stuff out of the way and start putting down some reference lines. Okay, so I got my laser level here, and I measured, if you can see that, I measured 8 feet from here to there. It's just a random number, so that I can get a line all the way up and down. So I measured 8 feet from here to there, and 8 feet from here to there, and then I put my laser. It's hard to see the line on the camera, but the line goes all the way up to there and all the way over there. You can see, or maybe you can see it over here. So, and then I check to see if it's square. So I got this other laser line that goes across here, and it's square with that wall and that wall. So that wall is square with that wall, and it's actually pretty good with that wall, and it's not bad with that wall, and it's actually pretty good all the way across from here down to there. This whole line is good. So I'm going to use this line that goes. I'm going to make this darker now. You know, put a mark these two lines, and these are going to be my two reference lines for installing the tile, so I can keep square. And so let me do that, and then I'll show you. Okay, so I just want to show you, this is where I did that leveling, and as you can see, it's pretty much dead on. And if I go all the way down there, I mean, it's pretty damn flat now. I got it just how I want it. And let me just finish out laying out this tile. So I got one line here, and now I'm going to get my 90-degree line. Okay, so I know my lines are square. I got a line down here that goes all the way down. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but my line goes all the way down. And then I have another line that crosses at 90 degrees. And I know my laser is square, but if you want to check, you measure 3 feet from your cross to here, 4 feet from here to here, and then the hypotenuse has to be 5 feet, which it is exactly 5 feet. Now you can use any multiple, so this could be, if you got a bigger floor, you could do 6, 8, and then that would be 10. So just double checking that I'm square. Okay, so I laid out a bunch of tiles to see what I get, and so I just laid out some tiles. I forgot to turn my camera on, and then I took measurements. So I had all these tiles laid out up to here, and so I took a measurement from the corner to that doorway, for example, and then I found what that was. Say it was like, I don't know, 89 inches. Then I would measure back 89 inches from my tile, you know, from corner to corner, and see where it landed over here on a cut, so that I could see what my cut was. And I did that for, you know, all these areas here. And I wanted to start with a full tile over here, but that gave me like a, I don't know, like an inch piece. Like I have a tiny little corner in some of these pieces. Now this is not ideal, so I moved it over like a quarter of a tile, and it gets me decent pieces all the way around, except for under here, which is under the toe kick. But you have to make a compromise somewhere. Okay, so I've got these dry laid here, and I have my template that I use for marking. I'm just using a piece of 3/16 inch curdy board. And how you mark these, this length here is the distance. So what you do is you draw a line. You draw a line. Draw a line from corner to corner, and then over here you draw a line from corner to corner. So now you got 2 lines, and you cut this that exact from those 2 lines, that exact length. Now you can make one that's a square like that, but it becomes too cumbersome for big tiles. And then how you mark these tiles, and use this to mark these tiles. So you lay a tile, the tile that goes here, you lay it on top of here, and then you your template. You put it up against the wall, leave a little space, and then you mark across it. I'm going to show you that right now. So there's a tile. You put the tile directly on top of here like this. And then you get your template, put it up against the wall, and then you mark it, and you leave room for expansion and contraction. And then you cut it. And then put it in. And that's the cut piece. And you do the same for those other little cuts over there. I'll show you that on a different one. But so that's how you do it. I'll point. I have actually another video that explains it in more detail, and I'll link to that video on how to mark these diagonals. But anyway, so now I got this area cut in now. So I'm gonna mix some cement. Gonna put these down and work my way back a little bit. Okay, so I'm using a 3/4 inch U-notch.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Okay, so got all this down for today, and that's as far as I'm going. I ran out of thin set. Need to get more thin set. So tomorrow, keep going that way, and possibly this way. I'll figure it out tomorrow. 24 inch by 24 inch large format tile installed on a diagonal. Just needs grout. And we're going to be using SpectraLock1.